So recently I've been looking at the book of Matthew, and in Matthew chapter 5 is the Sermon on the Mount. And the particular part that has stuck with me is starting at Matthew 5 verse 13. It says, "You are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and to be trampled underfoot." So he tells us that we are the salt of the earth, really whether we like it or not. And let me tell you, there are some days where I don't really like being the salt of the earth. There are times when I want to walk away from situations and times when you just don't feel like being the salt of the earth. But really, God has called all of us to be the salt of the earth. And sometimes when we're in a really hard situation and we're going through a really difficult time, that is a time when we can be the salt of the earth to others around us who may be experiencing the same thing, like the HSC or exams or maybe a difficult family situation. But Jesus didn't just stop there. He actually goes on. And in verse 14, he says, when the light inside you is switched on, when you're working for God or walking towards God or just admiring Him and living for Him, then you are the light of the world. And remember, when we have those days that we don't want to do it and maybe we stuff up and we think, man, I'm definitely not being a good example of a Christian today, it doesn't mean God can't use you anymore. It actually means that's a really good time for you to say, God, help me how to deal with this situation. Help me to be the salt of the earth and the light of the world